The following is the installation of a 15 or 25 kV CSJU-S-2520-Duke splice kit by TE Connectivity. Please refer to the instructions to match the appropriate kit. Place splice body over cable. Slide the splice body over the cable so that the release strip of the spiral holdout points towards the end of the cable. Abrade both ends of the conductor. Abrade the LC shield and the outer jacket. Using an approved solvent, remove any debris from the sanding. Install the marking tape. Refer to the instructions to get this dimension. The marking tape will allow you to properly position the splice body onto the cable. Make several turns with the marking tape. This will be a guide for installing the splice body. The tape should be installed on the same side where the splice body is parked. Install the shear bolt connector.
You'll want to bottom it out on each end. It's got a perforated line to get both of the conductors from each side to line up.
Tighten them
and then hand tight.
There you go.
To hold it in place, you want to snug all your conductors up. Once you get it all the way seated, making sure that your conductor is seated all the way from each direction. Now the very most important part of any shear bolt connection is following it in the sequence. And we want to go from outside in, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be our sequence here.
Starting outside in, use an impact drill to shear off bolts. After the bolts have been removed, check for burrs or any sharp points. Use approved sandpaper to remove. If sanding is required, make sure to clean the cable on both sides. With a gloved hand, lubricate the cable insulation up to the semicon cutback and tape mark with the supplied blue DCC compound. Be sure to use extra DCC to form a bead around the semicon cutback as shown. Install the splice body. Position the splice body so that the silicone body's edge is aligned with the marking tape. Pull the spiral holdout on top of the cable and then pass it around and underneath the cable until the spiral has been completely removed. Per Duke's work methods, remove the black vinyl tape placed previously around the LC shield to avoid sharps. Remove the wrapping tape to release the mesh sock wires out over the LC shield. Install the spring clamps over the mesh sock wires, securing it to the LC shield. Tighten the spring clamps by twisting it in the direction it is wrapped. Secure spring clamps with 3 layers of tape wrapped with high tension in direction of the spring clamps. Fold the mesh sock wires over the spring clamps towards the center of the splice. Continue taping over the ends of the mesh sock wires to cover any sharp points. Repeat on both sides of the splice. Install an entire strip of gray sealing mastic at each jacket cutback.
We just take the time. Because of the time process, it's already.
Wipe any grease material off the black rejacketing sleeve to allow for a positive grip on the rejacketing sleeve. Twist the black rejacketing sleeve from side to side to release the grease. Slide the rejacketing tube over the cable jacket.
You're done.
Remove the now exposed release liner and red poly saw carefully without cutting the other half of the black rejacketing sleeve. The splice is now complete.
Splice was performed and conducted in a test laboratory. In the field, we will adhere to all Duke Energy proper work practices and safety procedures pertaining to sharps, and our primary first connection is always performed using rubber gloves and other associated PPE.
You've just seen the new Tyco 1/0 splice installed in its entirety, all in one kit, which is the beauty of it. There's not 3 or to 4 different things that you would need. What we do now, especially if you're going from one size conductor to another, like from 2 to 1/0, this splice kit connector that comes in here will fit everything from number 2 to 4/0. So it's all in the box that you need. And you can see what a tight seal it made on an abraded outer jacket here. It's already sealed, it's ready to go in the contaminated area. And look at the distance that I needed in this splice pit to perform this operation.